So in as much as we've lost the loving relationship, or the natural, I wouldn't even say loving relationship, the natural contact that we had with our own bodies and with the earth, in as much as we've lost that, then we've got to the point where we are destroying what holds us. But at the same time, we can't go back to that form of consciousness. You know, that is something in the past, but we have to include it. So as we become these very differentiated beings with our highly sophisticated minds and so on, you know, we have to love and include our bodies, all those instinctual aspects of ourselves, and by extension, everything that the earth is. So again, this is the journey from one level to another, but a journey which involves this disintegration, which I've been talking about. So the work is, as it were, to bring all that into the picture, to be involved in the work of reintegration. At the same time, you know, kind of, you're not doing it for yourself, as it were, anymore. It's like it becomes an offering. You're offering it.
Well, you're almost doing it for the wider version of yourself, or the wider picture of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that recognition then becomes, it's not you doing it at all.
Yes.
It is the self that is doing it. So it seems that the self, what we call the self, the non-dual, the what's the word, fundamental reality, kind of whatever you call it, is also unfolding. There's an unfolding going on. And I think that's sometimes ignored in non-dual philosophy, that yes, we are this awareness, but we need to love and attend to everything that arises within the awareness. Then there truly is a non-duality. We're not separating out the unmanifest from the manifest. You know, that is a form of duality.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
That in the Heart Sutra, you know, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. So how it's manifesting right now, you know, with us sitting in this room, facing each other, this is it. This is it right now.
Yeah.
This is consciousness right now. And included in that, there may be thoughts or reactions going on in you, or there may be thoughts or reactions going on in me in response to the situation. That's also consciousness right now. And that's what I meant when I was talking earlier. We have to kind of embrace it all. You know, we're no longer in the business of cutting bits out. We're being asked. It's quite a sort of Christian thing in a sense. We're being. I mean, I'm not a Christian. I try and draw from every tradition, but we're being asked to accept and embrace everything that we are.
We have to finish very shortly, but I'm just reminded. You know, the time has gone very quickly. I wanted to talk to you more about your path as such, but there was one quote you gave me in your biographical notes, and that was when you first heard about homeopathy, you found it strange but obvious. And I had to think about that little quote. But I think, in a way, what you've talked about is very true. It does sound strange, but the more you look at it, the more it's obvious.
Yes. Yeah.
And maybe that's the key to homeopathy as such, especially with its relationship with consciousness. Seems strange, but you look and you look, you think, that's quite obvious, really.
It's a very simple thing, homeopathy. I mean, it has complex ways of manifesting, but this basic law of similarity, which I think is a law of consciousness, that if you need to grow, if something needs to go forward, you say, you hold the mirror. You say, this is how it is. Not this, I'll try and get rid of this. What homeopathy is able to do, because the problem is that what needs to come in, it needs to be included, is usually unconscious.
Right.
And we haven't talked about that at all. The fact that it's unconscious.
Yes.
Okay, so you need a way of inviting in what is unconscious into consciousness.
Right.
And homeopathy is within that perspective on things.
Okay, we need to wind up now. Julian, I want to thank you for coming in. It's been fascinating, and maybe we'll do a part 2 at some point, because there's a whole area many areas we haven't actually covered. And I want to thank you again for watching Conscious TV. Goodbye.